Water, the cycle of life. In a world where everyone will spend crazy amounts of money on cars, technology, and mansions, it is sad to realize that very few people even care about keeping our water clean. People get bored of the cars and the mansions very quickly, but people use water every single day. So what is the logic behind spending money and effort to get something you'll use for a few years versus spending some time taking care of something you'll use for a lifetime? I'm still searching for the answer, but I think that the first step to taking care of our water is being informed. One part of the water cycle is groundwater. This is a very important step because most of the water we drink and use is groundwater. Groundwater is precipitation that is soaked up into the ground. It is found in empty holes and also within soil, gravel, and sand. Groundwater is pumped from the ground out of aquifers for people to use. Aquifers are rocks that hold water and then deposit that water into wells and springs. People almost always receive groundwater from these wells and springs. Groundwater is greatly needed by everyone, but it is contaminated frequently. Groundwater contamination can occur when landfills and dumps lack a strong bottom layer. This can cause dangerous leaks. Storage tanks that leak out chemicals can contaminate groundwater as well. Runoff, which comes from gasoline, pesticides, fertilizer, and road salts, can be a factor in groundwater contamination as well. People aren't the only cause of groundwater contamination. Metals found in geologic matter can contaminate groundwater too. When contaminated groundwater is pumped from the ground for human use, it can harm the health of anyone who uses it. Drinking, bathing in, or eating organisms contaminated by water is extremely bad for your health. So you should learn how to protect groundwater from contamination. Superfund programs are federal organizations whose main priority is to clean up harmful waste. They remove the contamination source from the groundwater and then clean the groundwater that has been contaminated. The water must then meet the drinking water standards set by the state and federal government. North Carolina is lucky enough to have a Superfund program. Everyone, not just Superfund, can protect groundwater though. By taking chemicals and oils to waste collection sites, you can stop polluting groundwater. Not using too much fertilizer on plants can also help. Groundwater is always in motion. You might not realize it, but groundwater is everywhere. When you are cleaning and cooking, you are probably using groundwater. It is used in chemicals and machines as well. Hydroelectric power, which is a type of electricity, is made from groundwater. You can't wash clothes, dishes, or even yourself without groundwater. It is also needed for us to drink and make the crops we eat. No one could survive without groundwater. Just in the United States, there are about 33 trillion gallons of groundwater in existence. Over 300 billion liters of groundwater are pumped from the ground each day in the United States. However, it takes large quantities of groundwater hundreds of years to form. We use groundwater so much, there is no excuse for us to not take care of it. Groundwater is so helpful to us, yet we are most of the reason why it is contaminated. Before you take the easy way out and do something that might contaminate groundwater, just think, will it be worth someone getting sick just so you don't have to do something inconvenient? Jim Costa, a California congressman, once said, "Water is a finite resource that is essential in the advancement of agriculture and is vital to human life." This is very true. Just start altering your own choices and then pass the message on to everybody else. Stop polluting groundwater so that everyone can live another day. After all, without water, there would be no cycle of life.